Here's the family, Claire said, her voice sharp and glinting like broken glass. Except for Hannah, the failure who thinks her bank account makes her valuable. Laughter followed. My parents, my sister, all of them laughing like I wasn't sitting right there with the wine I paid for. Under the roof, I kept standing. I didn't flinch, didn't move, just lifted my glass with steady fingers and said, to the failure, who just stopped paying for everything you own. And then I drank, not wine but power. I used to believe love could be earned, that if I sent enough money, covered enough emergencies, patched up enough holes they refused to see, maybe they'd finally say, we're proud of you. But in my family, guilt is a currency and silence is a debt you never stop repaying. It all started small. Claire forgot her rent again. Third time. Mom needed help with her temporary car payment. Dad's retirement savings mysteriously vanished. I was making 6 figures before 30. They knew I'd say yes. So they kept asking. And asking. Until asking became expecting, and I became the family ATM in heels. I told myself it was love. That this was just how they showed it. Rough jokes, sarcastic digs, tight-lipped affection. Then I saw the text. Claire left her phone unlocked on the kitchen counter while she stirred stuffing. A group chat titled Thanksgiving Shade. Adorable. Mom, hope Hannah doesn't show up in one of those stiff suits again. Claire, she will probably dress like a walking LinkedIn profile. Dad, bet she brings another fancy dessert no one eats. And that was it. Not a scream, not a tear, just a silent, cold shift. I left the kitchen smiling, finished my pie, and made my plan. They thought they were clever, tangling themselves into my accounts like ivy, clinging and choking. But everything was in my name. The house? Mine. The car? Leased under my credit. The utilities, insurance, phones, Wi-Fi, even the Netflix password, they all traced back to me. I didn't rage. I didn't confront. I just started cutting cords. Quiet. Surgical. I called the bank. Froze the cards I co-signed. Shifted every bill to their names. Sold the car. It was still legally mine. Canceled every streaming account they piggybacked on. 1 week. That's all it took. One quiet, meticulous week. Then came Thanksgiving. I showed up late, wearing black. They always said I looked like I was headed to a funeral. I was. Claire met me at the door with her usual smirk. You made it. We almost started without our financier. I smiled, set the pie down, said nothing. They sat me next to the trash can again, an annual tradition. I never asked why. I already knew. Dinner was the same cacophony as always. Ego, insults, wine poured from bottles I bought. Not a single thank you. Then Claire rose, glass in hand, venom ready. Here's the family, she began. Except Hannah, laughter again. But this time I wasn't hurt. I was free. I stood, lifted my own glass. To the failure, I said, who just stopped paying for everything you own. Silence. Claire blinked, confused. What the hell does that mean? I reached into my purse, pulled out a small stack of papers, and dropped them beside the gravy dish. The mortgage, I said, now in your name. Due Monday. Car's gone. Check the driveway. Phone plans canceled. Credit card frozen. Wi-Fi cuts off tonight at midnight. My mother's fork slipped from her hand. My father turned crimson. Claire snatched the papers, as if squeezing them could change the ink. You're bluffing, she hissed. I leaned closer, calm and cool. Call the bank. They came apart like cheap thread. Mom tried guilt first. Told me I was cruel, ungrateful, dramatic. Dad tried pride. Said I'd regret it. Claire just cursed. Insisted I'd be crawling back. That I needed them. I didn't respond. Just picked up my purse. Left the pie on the table. And walked straight out the door with my spine tall and unshakable. It's been 3 weeks. Claire's credit score nosedived. Mom called sobbing when the power got shut off. Dad left a voicemail. A single sigh followed by silence. They say I broke the family. But no, I just stopped financing the illusion. They call me a failure. But failure doesn't write the checks. And failure sure as hell doesn't walk away without looking back.